Alright, so now let's take a look at how we would actually use a pipette. In this particular case, we're going to work with the 5mm measuring pipette. First thing is how you hold the pipette. You're going to want to hold the pipette in your hand like this, and with your finger on the top of the pipette. And it's your finger that you're going to use to control the level of liquid. Do not hold the pipette like this because you can't see the pipette. If liquid is traveling up here, you have no idea where the level of the liquid should be. So you always want to hold the pipette like this so that you can always see where the level of the liquid is. When you pipette from a flask or beaker, make sure that the pipette tip is all the way down. If you're working with a volumetric flask like this, you want to make sure that the pipette is down into the body of the flask, not in the neck of the flask, okay? Because if it's in the neck of the flask, the level of liquid will drop too quickly and all of a sudden you'll be sucking up air. And the idea is that these pipette bulbs that you use should squeak, or what? They shouldn't squish, because if they squish, they've had water in them. So what we're going to do in order to pipette with one of these, put the liquid in the flask, squeeze the bulb, put it on the pipette, draw up the liquid above to the point where you get, and then take the bulb off, put your finger on. Now I understand that frequently a lot of you have problems with getting the bulb off and your finger on. So a trick, you guys, is that the hole at this end of the pipette is quite small when you're pipetting it, is draw the level of the liquid up to where you want it, then touch the pipette down to the bottom of the beaker, and it'll slow down how quickly the liquid runs out, allowing you a chance to get your finger on the pipette. Now you just want to vary the pressure to allow you to control the level of liquid. So there I've at 0, and then I can run that out, and as we said, we can go to 2 mils. I'm just controlling it by varying this thing on my finger. So I actually went past 2 mils because, I really went past 2 mils. I've gone to 2.4 mils. So even though I've gone past 2 to 2.4, I know exactly how much I've done, so I can continue to go on and use this. Now the other sort of pipette bulb that I've shown you guys is this one. So the way this one goes on is it goes hard onto the bulb, hard onto the pipette like that. Give me a second to pan up the camera so you can see the bulb a little bit better. Alright, so now what we're going to do is, in order to use this bulb, we have to squeeze the A valve and squeeze the bulb. That puts the bulb under vacuum, and we can now press the S and we can draw up the liquid. As you can see, the liquid is going up here by my fingers. And then if we want to empty it, again, we just squeeze the E valve and the pipette will drain. Now, in order to get these bulbs off the pipette, don't grab the bulb and pull it off sideways. Just take your thumb, push it up the side of the pipette, and the bulb will come off. And that's how you'd use a pipette.